Hi guys, back again with me Austin from A Boy at Heart. Today I'm going to share to you my experience on Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinite Series Guardians of the Galaxy 6-inch line Gamora figure. Okay, this is based on her movie appearance on the first movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, I don't have the packaging with me. I'm sorry about that, but it came with, you know, this style of packaging that's Drax. And that this is one part of the figure which came with the Build-A-Figure grid, movie grid that I just shared to you in the previous video. So I think I really like this theme. I think I've mentioned it to you before. I've shared to you the 3/4 inch or the 4-inch version. So today I'm going to share to you movie Gamora. Alright, so without further ado, let's take a closer look. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to do this pose again because it's very hard to do this. But once you do it right, you know, it will hold. The pose will hold. Okay, the figure won't drop. Okay, so that's not too bad actually. Because I happen to have this case with K2SO 6-inch Black Series. It's very hard for it to stand very long. But this is very hard to stand at first, but once you get it right, then you'll be alright. Okay, let's take a look at the face first. Okay, I just want to say that it doesn't really look like the Zoe Saldana, but as a figure, strictly, okay, as a figure, it is not too bad. Okay, speaking aside accuracy and the things, you know. In fact, I think this looks Asian to me. I'm not trying to be racist, I'm Asian as well. But this doesn't look like Zoe Saldana, but it is executed nicely. I mean, the paint on the eyes is good. Okay, the lips and then those, you know, those linings on the cheek is very nice executed. The hairs is not too bad. Okay, actually it's not too bad. It's very thick. Yeah, it's not super bendy, so you can imagine that it will hinder the articulation probably at some point. Alright, okay, the sculpt on the chest is not so bad. See this lining there? This mold details is very cool, I think. I appreciate that, you know. The paint is all not so bad. Okay, especially with this, you know, this part, which looks like, I don't know, but you can see the texture there. Okay, you can see the texture, and it's okay, I guess. Quite cool. Skin tone is all light green. The glove, okay, see, it's not very tidy here. That's kind of bad. This one is okay. All right. The legs, the pants. Oh, by the way, this belt, I think it's on a separate part and very bendy as well. This part is on the left, so if you want to see how this is actually how it goes, and you use this part here to put the sword on. Later on I will show you. You can take it off if you want to, but you have to, I think you have to at least take off the torso here or take off one of the leg. Okay, down. Let's see, there's a bit of molded details there, but it's molded, so there's a bit of hint of blue here and there. I'm not sure what's that. Okay, I think that's how the clothes is being designed. And the shin guard, and lastly, it's not the boots, it's more like a high heels boots, which is why she's very hard to stand. You can see that's high heel. Oh, very fashionable. Right, it's very hard to stand, to pose. The beginning pose, I'm not going to do it again because it's very hard to do for me. Not super hard, I mean it's not impossible to do, but it takes a bit of time. I don't want to waste your time. Now for the articulation, the head is on ball joint. Let's see if there's any, yeah, a bit side to side, but rotation is kind of hindered. See, I'm not going to force it, but it is ball joint. Okay, I can assure you that there's no additional swivel, though I don't think so. Okay, see, that's the extent of it because the hairs hinders it. Okay, now the arms is on ball hinge joint, that's the hinge. You can do something like this. You can adjust the hinge, you can do something like this. You can rotate it around. The elbow, you can bend it this much, turn it around, not so bad. You can rotate the wrist, and there's additional articulation there. See, there's the hinge. Let me see what we can do with that. On this part it's not so much, I tried it before, but this part a little bit more. See, you can do something like this. Upward not so much, it is hindered by the glove. Okay, but it is there. The torso here, you can not much movement, but you can rotate it 360, side to side. Not really, it's very tight, no articulation on the waist. So although you can see, I can see that there's actually a hinge. Oh no, no hinge. So it's only a ball joint. It's only a ball joint. Okay, so you can do very good front kick, very good back kick, but at the expense of, you know, side to side extension. I mean, it still can do open leg position like this, but that's pretty much it, because it is molded in such a way like that. Okay, so that's such a shame. No, oh well, at least for now I'll take what I can have. There's rotation up here. See, the blue stuff actually rotates around, and then the double jointed knee. Let's see how. Okay, that's the good extension. It's a given because it is double jointed. And rotation on the ankle, no rocker ankle. I think there's a swivel. Okay, yes, sorry, there's a hinge. The downward, upward is hindered because of this shin guard here. Okay, so that's pretty much in the articulation department. Not too bad, but not that awesome because of this. And it's very hard to stand because of, you know, this part here, this part of the high heels, which is very fashionable at the cost of standing rap. Anyway, anyway, we have one accessories aside from the bath, which is already assembled. This is, I think, the Godslayer sword. I may be wrong, but the design is okay based on the movie. It's all painted in silver, quite bendy but still very sturdy, so I'm okay with this. You can play around with it. May not break easily, but still very stiff, so that's cool. Okay, the grip is not the best. I'm not sure if it is because of this is an old figure. Okay, see, the grip is not the best that we can have, but somehow if you play around with it, it's not easily fall as well. Okay, you can somehow emulate the double-handed sword, but I think it will be too short for this sword to be used in this style. Anyway, it works on both hands, loose but not shaky, but it will not fall. Alright, now there's this part of the sword. See, this part of the sword, it can be used on the belt. Okay, you can hold it on the belt. So normally what I do is I will do it like this. I'll slide it in and okay, clip it, clip it on the belt like this. Okay, I'll clip it like this and it will rest just like that, and it will be set. Okay, I think you can hold it the other way around as well, but I think this is the proper way to do it. So this is movie Gamora. Okay. Again, I just want to remind you, to stand her is not an easy feat at all. But if you're passionate now and once you do it right, it will hold. Okay, she's standing to the top of her head, probably 5.75 inch, I think. Yeah, to the top of her head. Oh no, slightly lower. Maybe 5. Sorry. Maybe 5.6 inch, 65, around that. Okay. Around that. So I think that's okay. The proportion is not bad, I think. Now let's see her compared to several other figures. This is Star Wars Han Solo. This is Star Wars Chewbacca. Chewbacca is very tall. This is compared to her compatriot and another compatriot. Okay. Alright. So I think she's a good proportion for a lady. At least we know that she's with the heel is still lower than any male figure. Okay, I just put good with a standby position with the dynamic dual pal. Alright, now I just want to recap a little bit. Like I said, the likeness on the face is not perfect. In fact, she looks Asian more than Zoe Saldana, but I'm not going to complain. Sometimes at least they tried somehow. Very hard to stand. The proportion is okay. Working accessories, I like that. Just that the articulation on the leg is a bit. I bet they better do it. I hope they do better. Okay. Of course, the Volume 2 Guardian of the Galaxy Wave, I think it's already out by now. Oops, sorry. If you happen to find that figure, I think it will be a better made figure. I will try to share to you once I got my hand on it. The Bath Mantis figure. Sorry, yeah, Gamora movie figure. Yeah, and I enjoy. This is one of my favorite themes, like I always mentioned before. Okay. All right. I'll post the other members after this as well. I'll share it to you guys. So, thanks guys for watching. I'm Austin from Boyd Heart. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Goodbye.